Gather round, hunters, and welcome back to another episode of Starfleet Command, Orion Pirates. I am Admiral Tirak of the heavy battle cruiser Warclaw, no longer the battleship. Yeah, Killing Song disappeared because of reasons, and I went back and watched over and over to see what happened, and I have no idea, and it makes me sad. But we're still in a fairly powerful ship, and we are rolling towards the end of the campaign anyway. So since the enemy only has 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tiles remaining, this is going to wrap up real quick. So I guess we can trade the ending of the Killing Song off as she's going in for long-term rearm and refit. That way we won't have to think about the fact that the game killed it for no reason, which was really annoying. But anyway, I think we are kitted out and ready to rock. Yep, missiles 120 instead of 150. And he has one less admin shell, but that's not a problem. And we're topped off, ready to rock. So let's put out to sea, or space in this case, and start picking on the remaining 9 tiles. We'll avoid the Accept Project Patrol, as I would like to not have my ships blow up. Or, you know, problems with the power. This is the one race where the anomaly mission is not a problem, because missiles don't take power to charge. So actually we would be at a significant advantage if we were to take these anomaly missions. But one, I hate those anomaly missions, and two, it's kind of unfair. We're going at almost a speed of 20, charging half power, because our phaser X's require double power, so they'll only use half the capacitor if fired on normal mode, and no targets in range as of yet. We're now flying our very own Catier's battlecruiser. Wah! Looks like we're fighting a light cruiser and a light cruiser. Klingons. House of Korgath, I would assume? Or it could be proper Klingons. It's an AD-5 and an HF-5E-1X. So I'm going to assume Alphabet Soup Destroyer. Yep, Alphabet Soup Destroyer. It looks like a Vorchak class, and he is an AD-5, which is the advanced version of the D-5 sort of light cruiser-ish thing. It was a very cool ship. We were in it for a little while. It served us quite well. It's tough. That's sort of the thing. Like, it's not the most amazing thing you've ever flown, but it's tough, it's solid, it's reliable, it's a good ship. So we are at range, so we do not have any hardpoint set up, do we? Set you up for hardpoint 3, set you and you for hardpoint... No, you should be hardpoint 3, you two are hardpoint 4. And then all the disruptors on 1. And then all of the phasers on 2. And that's sort of how we like to do it in Merak ships. I think I messed it up. I think I selected... Yeah. But we can fix that really easy. Click. Click. Yeah, I'm not at all concerned about having to fight him. So... Hi! 3, 2, 1... And he's going to dispense... Yep, Wow Whistle right there. We will engage with disruptors and phasers. We'll let the Wow Weasels do their thing. And as we pull off, we still have 4 missiles which we will send his way in moments right now. And, wow, he was able to take care of all of them. At this stage in the war, which is, you know, the very end of the war, he's more than capable of being able to take care of pretty much everything we can throw at him. Just the amount of firepower that he has in terms of anti-missile defense systems, he just is not bothered by lots of incoming clouds. Look at the way he's dealing with it. That's 36 missiles. Wow, that's a lot. Do you see how many of those missiles he shot down? Most of them. Most of those missiles died before they got to him. Oh, it reminds me... I play a game called Warhammer, which is like a tabletop wargaming game, and I'm an Imperial Guard player, so I have things like conscript blobs, split, and conscript blobs can fire like huge numbers of shots, but they're incredibly inaccurate, and the guns are very weak, so they generally don't like do much damage when they get through. And I just couldn't help but be reminded of that as like 36 missiles were sent in. Bit by bit, they try to crunch you down. We will get the B-Rex involved in this. Get the disruptors to fire in. Get the phasers to punch holes. He's dead. Next target, if you don't mind. We got to get building some distance. We don't want him to be able to fire his point defense systems at my missiles. Or at least not until they split into 36 missiles. Wah! And he's deployed another Wild Weasel. That will make things somewhat annoying, because it makes firing the B-racks completely worthless. We can't probably get through his shielding, which is normal, with just or not shielding, but his point defense with just 4 missiles. I don't see it happening. Unless we knock it out, we've only stunned it and damaged it a little bit. Oh, no, it looks like he was on the bare edge and wasn't able to take care of it. And this'll do him in. Unless this launcher comes back online and like now and shoots down everything, he's done for. Oh, he's definitely done for. I don't care how many shots you've got 80 missiles coming in on you. You're done. And there he goes, drifting off in a pile of plasma. Pile? Cloud? Explosion? Burst? Take your pick. But yes, like that nebula in the background right there. 238 prestige. That won't even cover the missile cost. But we did knock out the tile. Let's continue to head north. Up this way. Just slowly but surely working our way, whittling down the last of the enemy base defenses. Disaster base defense. Let's go. Or base assault. Let's go for it. I think we can do it. We're not going to be at full loads, but we have a lot of missiles we can fire at somebody. Hit that red alert. Target a freighter. The Skin of Sea is escorting us today, or perhaps we're escorting him. He is fairly large. He's a drone cruiser, I would assume. Let me pull this up. Yeah, he's an X-type drone cruiser. Additionally, we are here with the Life Chime. Life Chime, of course, being a NAX. I would imagine that'd be an auxiliary cruiser, but no, it's probably a new, some form of new command cruiser. It's got a large X, which means it's partial X-type, like full build. The class of ships that were built with X-type ships in mind, but weren't like X-type ships. Yeah, it's a little bit confusing, a little bit annoying to some people, but it makes enough sense to enough of us. And who else is he? He's got a heavy cruiser, so a heavy cruiser and a freighter. It is showing us the Merak, but as you can see, it's the broken template ship. And this is a Lyran freighter thing. Although it looks kind of like one of their destroyers, just with a big pallet underneath it. Maybe it's one of their auxiliary ships. You know, they retired it after a while because it was getting old. Not particularly effective anymore. Increase speed just a little bit more. Let's go reinforce the forward shields, or rather all the shields. And this Skin of Sea? Yeah, the Skin of Sea. What does that even mean? We'll let him take the fire initially. He'll fire his missile barrage. That'll trigger a Wild Weasel response from him, and we'll be able to take him out with a single shot. I wish I could tell you... Well, I could tell him not to fire. In fact, we're going to do that. Yeah, you're not allowed to shoot until I tell you to shoot. So we're going to let the Skin of Sea take care of the Thundercats. Never mind, the Thundercat just barreled right into it. Didn't even care, lost his forward shields, lost half of his systems here. By half, I mean just along the center line. He managed to pick up 2 of them, so he took 4 to the face. And did not do well for him. We'll wait for him to expose his side. Lance into him with our phaser beams. Lash out with those. Where's this heavy cruiser? Hi. We're going to spit a couple of missiles your way. And for you, I'd like to use my point defense systems. Unfortunately, I don't have many. Come on, G-Phaser, G-Phaser. I should have one left. I guess not. Odd. Yeah, this freighter is mostly dead. I could come in here and end it, but I kind of don't want to. We'll give it to the Warlust. I lied. Warlust turned away. Warlust, why were you not killing him? Okay, that'll finish him off. No worries there anymore. Target you. You're all recovering from the Wild Weasel. We'll spit these missiles here, and then these missiles here, and it doesn't look like you have a particularly dangerous point defense system, so I'm imagining we can just batter our way through it. So, you're dead, sir. Yep, there goes the freighter, along with its PF. And the end of this vessel. Wow, you have a surprising number of tractor beams. You're not dead? Holy crap, that's impressive. I would have expected, you know, 10 missiles would have killed you. We're going to push on to the starbase at this point. No point in delay. Piccolo's you, not you, you! You're the one that I care about. Oh yeah, that's why Warlust didn't fire, because Warlust is our ship, and we told him not to shoot. But now he's dead. There we go. On to the asteroid base. How many reloads do we have left? We have plenty. By plenty, I mean we have 2 more after this salvo goes out. Let's drop back just a little bit. Actually, no, we're gonna push it forward a bit. So here's the thing: with the battleship, it made sense to double up your volleys because you had 2 MIRV missiles and then 8 or 10 normal missiles to fire after it. So you got 4 of them out flying in front of it, and that would soak up all the fire, and then the real missiles would come in. But we've only got 4 missiles to support this barrage. So I'm wondering if it matters. Okay, now we'll drop back, and we'll let the full weight of this barrage do its nasty work. And we'll add in... There we go. Let's put all power to the forward shield. And part of me is expecting a Wild Weasel shuttle to go out. That just would make sense. He may be a starbase, but starbases do have the ability to dump shuttles, unlike planets, which are highly vulnerable to this sort of attack. So I am anticipating a shuttle. And after the shuttle hits, we will then have him fire all of his weaponry. So we'll get essentially 2 full salvos into this guy. So pull back, pull back. We need a little bit more distance to build. He has not launched the Wild Weasel as of yet, but I'm anticipating it at any moment now. Let's pop up the fleet screen. Get ready to order the Warlust. That's the name. I will remember your name by the time we finish. Getting ready to fire the Warlust weapons. Wow, he just ate it all. And we will turn off. And I forgot about that. We took the hit on a shield that we weren't reinforcing. You should have just gone right on in. He still hasn't deployed. Oh, doesn't look like he has a shuttle bay anymore. Or maybe he never had one. So we'll pull up into a nice little stop here. Didn't need to. The just absolute mass of missiles was far too much for him to handle. Which is the goal of this ship. Just spit everything you can at him. And eventually he will die. And I am very pleased to report he did. Cracking asteroids. 152 prestige. Doesn't cover the price of the missiles, but hey, we don't need to spend on missiles because we're automatically making basically half loads. Another asteroid base assault? Okay, that's an interesting setup. Looks like we're kicking in the pirates. Just re-securing these sectors for us. Which direction are we traveling? We are traveling to the left. To the left, to the left. All the asteroid starbases are over on the left. So bring our power requirements down, speed up to whatever speed this is. 19 or 18. We'll buff up the shields, full power. Double check to see how many reloads. So we'll have 15 shots in total. We use them up 3, so we have 5 salvos. 5 salvos from the VRAX. Do you have a target yet? We do. It's a frigate. If it's just a frigate, I will gun it. We will just use our guns. If it turns out to be a frigate and 2 heavy cruisers, then we're going to have an interesting fight on our hands. We are not escorted this time. It's just us and the Warlust. So we will have to make every shot count. Sort of. Let's increase the speed of time. And we'll set you to fire only on my command. Thank you. Yeah, looks like we have no other enemy vessels. Yeah, we're just going to batter him down. He is a War Destroyer leader with the Phaser X upgrade. So nothing too special, nothing too dangerous. And of course the asteroid starbase will be, you know, a traditional asteroid starbase. I wish I had an order that would tell him to fire only his energy weapons, but that capability is not available to us. Get ready to fire. All weapons will pull right on in on him. Closer, closer, closer. Now. He took the hit on the front. Not a problem. He's lost several systems. We'll keep the turn. We can follow this turn, no problem. But we're going to avoid firing our missile weaponry. It's limited, and we want to be able to use it against the starbase, not against him. He's outturning us, but that's to be expected. He is a destroyer. We are a heavy cruiser. And he's activated another expanding spirit generator. Just to bounce off our shields. Doesn't really care or matter. Stand by. We'll have a disruptor shot any moment now. There we go. Disruptors. And then our phasers lancing through the back. He's gotten us down to red shields. So we'll kill him to make sure that he doesn't have an opportunity to do that again. We are going to have to expose a side we really don't want to expose to him. Partially because, you know, we don't want to keep turning. I'm not sure we can keep away from this asteroid if we try and keep that turn going. But it does look that he decided to fire his little phaser beams into us on a fully charged shield. Entering a dust cloud. We weren't before? What? Am I closer to... Oh, it looks like we are, like, right between two asteroids. Okay, we got him. Target the asteroid base. Yeah, we were dancing right between these two asteroids. Oh, that could have been nasty. So we will head towards the starbase. Send a probe his way. Change up the shields. We only want forward reinforcements going. And how are you doing over here? You're doing fine. So he's pulled out around the asteroid. Target him. So he doesn't have a shuttle bay. Just pure and simple, he doesn't. Okay, well in that case, let's increase speed to a full-on missile launch and speed. We are in range. Commence with the fires. So that'll allow this salvo to get a little bit further forward. And we will definitely thicken it up with a twin MIRV and then a single normal salvo. That won't be enough to kill it, but it will be enough to take out a lot of systems. And the reason I'm doing this is because I'm a little bit worried that we won't be able to control two full salvos. We couldn't in the battleship. Now, this is an X-type vessel, which means it could have a better, superior system, but you never know. You don't want to place yourself in a position where suddenly you can't do anything about it. Another missile salvo. Drop back a little bit. Nice little cloud going out. And we will get B-Rex to fire in. We'll increase speed, and we'll try and thicken up this B-Rex slowly. Are we out of ammo? No, just loading. And let him fire as well. We will start to slow. Disruptor fire from long range. It's not going to be particularly effective, but it's worth trying. Oh, we did 8 damage, he did 9 damage from this range. That's really not bad. I mean, it's not like the most amazing amount of damage you've ever seen out of a disruptor, but it's still pretty cool that we were able to cause that much damage. So he's currently charging. We'll give you a shoot on my target order. Okay, we almost lost the forward shield on that. That was a nice big hit. He shot down 4 of them. And just a nice little firework display right there. That ought to take him out. Didn't even... So it takes about 3 salvos-ish to kill him. You just have to, you know, spam his defenses. Which is something that this ship does very, very well. Spamming enemy defenses? Nobody does better than this. 124 prestige again. Not a whole lot. Pop up here. No mission. Pop down here. Pop back here. Now it's got a mission. Thank you. It's a convoy raid. So we'll cut off the remaining units stuck over here. It's a Klingon convoy apparently, which does make things a little bit more difficult. Klingon convoys tend to be a little bit beefier, I want to say. Their ships aren't as easily just crushed by 2 missiles, 2 missiles, 2 missiles, 2 missiles. So we will increase speed up to our 47.4. That'll put us at just under speed of 19. And we will increase the power of the shields. We have a freighter, a freighter, a freighter, and that's it. Okay. So no sign of the enemy primary force yet. So we will start engaging. There's the enemy primary force. It's a light cruiser at maximum range. We're going to start engaging with the B-Rex. We'll send 4 at a time at each of these guys. So this freighter is a little bit closer to us. This one's further away. Oh, heavy cruiser and a light cruiser. We may actually have to focus. We must focus on the enemy now. I'm not going to prepare a scatter pack. I don't think it's worth the time. Doing a speed of 18. That ought to be good enough. And it's tempting to fire at them. But our closure rate is pretty high, so we'll get to them before the missiles get over there. So we'll focus on you first. Let's engage with the MIRVs. Let them get out a little bit ahead of us. So we have a nice little line. That's a very nice way that the salvo set itself up. So this ought to head in. The light cruiser will definitely Wild Weasel, but I'm hoping by the time we get there, we will have a reset system. So our VRACs are at half. Yeah, by the time we get there, we will be fully recharged and rearmed and able to spit out an entire second salvo. Of course, he is a D5 escort, so he will have a, as you can see, a considerable anti-missile defense system. So we will select our phasers and then manually add in the disruptors. We're going to get right on top of him. And stand by. And then we're going to soar past him. And they popped. Okay, he's done. Fire the MIRVs at you. How close are we? You're going to get the waste racks. They're not really the waste racks anymore. He's stopped and is now a sitting duck for us. Oh, what a waste of a scatter pack. Oh, maybe not. If it deactivates just in time. And we're kind of hoping for that. And turn violently. They turned violently. One got through. Target you. Disruptors didn't punch through. Did punch through. MIRVs on top of him. We did lose our forward shields. Holy crap. So he managed to do an excellent job of that. We'll select all weapons and try and get more shots going out. This point defense system is impressive. But then again, all the enemy ships at this point, they have impressive point defense systems. The Klingons have impressive point defense. The Lyrans decided to go, like, double down on their reliance on their expanding sphere generator as a point defense system. And not enough Lyran captains know how to make good use of that. So we will pull forward a little bit. We want to get ahead of him. Screw it. We'll just lay into him. Pull out a little bit in distance. He's... Oh no, his point defense system should be down. It should be. I can see it's down. Get the MIRVs out, and we'll start focusing on the rest of this fleet over here. This ought to kill you. He did launch his own missile barrage. Yeah, he's pincered. He's done. And the rest of this... Stop doing that! You're shooting down your own missiles! You're shooting down your own missile systems. And disruptors into you. Are we out of waste racks? We are. Holy crap. Phasers. All phasers? Come on. Just get involved here. There we go. And now you're going to get this one. You're going to get this one. Now I'm expecting a Wild Weasel drop right here. Because that is their only real defensive option. Yep, he dumped it. So he has stopped. Do we have any more ammunition in these? We do not, so we're just down to energy weapons. But that ought to be good enough. He's the furthest one along, so we'll be able to catch up to him because he'll stop from the Wild Weasel. We'll annihilate him with energy weapons, and then, you know, go back after this one. The heavy cruiser is limping along, only doing a speed of 3.5. What kind of heavy cruiser were you? You were an FDW. Okay. So the triple nacelle D7. And we'll come back around for the last one. Let the fireworks signal and announce everything for us. Increase the speed of time a little bit. All weapons selected for a final killing run. And you're dead. Now let's kill the convoy escort, who did his job so very poorly. There, he's dead. The entire convoy wiped out. Now, they did cause a lot of damage to us. Okay, not a ton. They caused some armor damage to us, which made us kind of wince, but we got out of it okay. And we are nearby several, star docks. Kyle's neutralized. We'll come home. Shipyard. Is there another XCA available? There is not, unfortunately. So no extra XCA to add to our fleet, so we will just patch up the ships and go into missiles, just in case. You never know. I don't think we'll need them anytime soon, but it's nice to have them. Oh, that's the Warlust we're rearming. Whoops. We want the War Claw, which we also must spend an absolute arm and a leg on missiles. But we're going to wrap that up for that episode right here today. They are down to 6 tiles remaining, all in a single corner. We are probably going to wipe this mission out either in the next episode or the one after that. Oof. So next season is probably going to be Hydrons fighting the Klingons for revenge. But, yeah, we've come quite a long way. Oh, they took a 7th tile, so it might take even longer. Probably not, though. Anyway, I've been Derek. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to receive a notification every time I release one of these videos, press that little bell icon, leave a comment, and I will see you all in the next episode.